Hello, this is Scott Kruse from Heartland Community Church in Fargo, North Dakota. I just want to take a few minutes with you and we're going to take a look at the book Simple Church. Read it for the first time about a year and a half ago. Myself and Pastor Kevin Zahn have decided that this is the direction that we want our church to go. And so I'm not going to regurgitate what the book says in this series of videos, but rather just kind of maybe give you an idea of what might look like at Heartland. You know, what are my pastors taking out of this book that could apply to me? And so we're going to be taking a look at Simple Church. So we may do one video per chapter, may do two videos per chapter, and not really sure what that is exactly going to look like. But today we're going to do two chapters, and it's going to be rather informal because I don't want to have to try to get everything just right and perfect before we send it out. And so just want to encourage you to be patient with my ums and ahas and all of those things. So, getting on. Simple Church. Probably the most important book I've read in the last 5 or 6 years besides the Bible. Really been excited about it. In the midst of these videos, it's going to be really hard for me not to talk about another book, Good to Great, which I think is the secular version of Simple Church. The two really go together, and it just says to me even stronger that wisdom is wisdom no matter who says it, and truth is truth no matter who says it. And so as we go through this, I just encourage you to open up your heart, open up your mind, and ask the question, how can we see as many people in heaven as a result of my life as absolutely possible? Because that's what this is all about. And so, Simple Church. The first chapter is kind of an introduction, so we won't spend a lot of time on there. We meet Pastor Rush. Pastor Rush goes through it gives you a little snapshot of what it's like to be a pastor. There's always pressure for your church to grow, always another conference. Your shelves are filled with binders from seminars and conferences that you've gone to, and it can just be really exhausting. They go through and they tell us there's 400 churches that were interviewed. This book is based on a statistical study, a massive study, which I think is cool because I like the phrase, it's hard to argue with success. So even when there's been times when I've been reading this book and it challenged my beliefs, it challenged my way of doing things, I had to kind of take a step back and say, but wait a minute. They've got the numbers to back it up, that this is working, and so I need to keep on working through this in my own life and the ministries that I'm involved with. And so, as you read through that first chapter and take a look at the statistical data that they used as the foundation for this book, I hope that, like me, you can kind of take a step back and say, I really need to listen to this. So trust the research. Simple does not mean easy. And I believe the pastors should work hard. I believe that we in the kingdom of God should work hard because we have a huge job to do to reach souls. And so in talking about Simple Church, at no time am I saying that I think we should be lazy, that I think we shouldn't work hard. On the contrary, I think we need to work hard and effective to accomplish all that we possibly can. Because Jesus, and they talk about this in the first chapter, Jesus didn't lower his standards. All he did was boil it down. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength. All of the law of Moses can be summed up into that one thing. And to me, that's what Simple Church is. Let's boil this down to what's really effective, what's really going to make an impact on the kingdom of God. Because Jesus said that my burden is light and my yoke is easy. Can I tell you, there's a lot of pastors, their burden is not light, and it's anything but easy. And I believe that ministry should be fun. I believe that serving God should be fun. And by being simple, we can kind of keep it fun and keep it effective and keep moving forward.